Hello, mobsters. This is the boss of bosses coming to you today with another video. Going to be going over the recent changes, things I'm working on, different aspects of the game. Just give you a little bit more information of what's going on and maybe some reasoning of why certain things are happening the way that they are. So, first I'm going to just start off. I'm going to go with Omerta Santa. I'm going to get my attacks in. I haven't done them yet today, so let you guys see how lucky I get. Haven't been too lucky lately, but I've also had really great days where I've been extremely lucky. So obviously, Omerta Santa, at least for my end, has been a lot of fun. I've definitely had fun doing this event, and the presents are exciting, especially once Christmas comes around and we can open them up and see all the different prizes that we have won over this time. Now, especially now that the event was fixed from the beginning, where it doesn't take your items, or not your items, but where it doesn't increase the heat meter in all the cities, where it was just basically blowing up every city. Once that got resolved, this event's been pretty smooth sailing since. So I hope everyone's been having fun with it. Hopefully you guys have all been getting a bunch of prizes. I average usually one a day, but I'll have days where I get none. And so far, one day I ended up getting four in one day. So it all averages out. I'm doing not too bad on that. And today does not look like it's going to be a good day, though. There we go. There's one. And then go into here. Oh, not family warehouse. I need black market. Get 5 of those. Go back to him. So this event will be wrapping up soon. There won't be an event in January, but then there will be one in February because I'm doing every other. And then next year I'll fill in the missing months. Nice, 2 today. Not a bad day. So that's pretty good. Alright, got all my attacks in. So then I'll just go over, now that I got my attacks in, you guys got to see how lucky I was today. Let's just take a look at my stats, which I know gives away a lot of information, but I'm alright with that. So this is what I got going on for what stats I've been working. Obviously my clout's pretty high. I'll be spending it probably in the next couple of days. I'm getting heat meters a little bit lower in city officials. The update where doing your rank job is definitely made a huge difference. Still monitoring it, see how it's going, see if it needs any more tweaks. I want to knock down the conseg's position and get any issues resolved. Like there's this one, lawyer cases, those match, but my lifetime money don't currently match. So the lifetime is going up randomly, but the character record and character matches, which it should. I've only had 1 life so far in the game, so all 3 of these should actually be the exact same value. I got to fix that, and then I did have an instance, and it must have just gotten resolved through another attack, but I did see where I was short on my character record for lawyer cases lifetime, or character record, not the lifetime, so they didn't match. So that will be getting fixed. I'll be fixing those. Still monitoring the airport and seeing if it's manageable from all levels. Like, do you need to be super active to be able to manage what's going on? I'm thinking maybe the limits need to be increased a little bit to make it a little bit more doable. So that way a consec doesn't have to work just clout. And I want to. It should be pretty fair balance where like you do need to obviously spend clout to get started and get the game going. But then after that, you should be able to sprinkle in stats here and there, and work your other stats so that way you can actually do stuff like attacking and maybe even killing if someone comes to your turf and whatnot. So that's my stats. I'll show you the airport and what I'm dealing with. So for the other consigs that are checking this out, they'll see what I'm dealing with and maybe compare and see how they're doing. So Philadelphia currently got 52. Cleveland, our home turf, is 73. That's the highest one. So some of these are still pretty high. I can't get them down any lower. I got some clout to spend, so I'll be able to like do something here. But they're still pretty high, and I think once Santa goes away, because Santa doesn't impact your heat, once people go back to possibly attacking bots or just trying to attack players, these meters will go up even faster. So I'm thinking that's why the limit will have to go up, which then would mean that they don't grow. The rate that they grow will be slower if the limit's higher. So it'll take more attacks to raise it 1%. So that's what I'm looking at for the airport. And then let's go over to city officials so I can show you that. So obviously I don't have any in Philadelphia, but Boston I've got 2, Chicago none, Cleveland I obviously have them all. I started working on trying to get the city officials. I'm in process of trying to obtain all of them if I can, but working towards getting at least the chief of police. So that way as the family flies, they don't lose items. So that's where I'm at. Slowly working on that. And a couple of these other cities got a couple extra just to reduce, because the more officials you have, it does increase the limit, so then your meter grows slower. So I've been trying to build that up by getting all the officials and making the limit higher, so that way they don't build up as fast. So that's where I'm at with that. So we'll go to black market. And in this regard, there's nothing really I want to show anything new, but I do want to talk about the economy. So as I said on the message board, my goal is to, when the year starts out new, we start 2021, is to no longer feed the black market with items and hope that the economy is stabilized to a point where people can start producing items. So I made a lot of changes in the last month and a half, focusing specifically on that, making it more feasible, drastically lowering the price to upgrade businesses so people can get their businesses to level 10 so they produce. I just released not too long ago the ability to where an item will stack instead of production stops until you collect the one item. Now it just keeps going, so you can collect 3-4 items however long it's been since the last time you collected. That means like when someone extorts a business, when they extort it, they'll just take one item, but if they extort it again and there's another item that could be collected, they can extort that. So now like they can hit the same business multiple times and get items instead of just the one time as before, because once an item was produced, it stopped counting. It stopped making more until you collected or had it extorted and something taken. So I'm going to be monitoring this when that does go live. The big caveat to this is people really need to push their businesses to higher levels so they can produce what they need and produce enough to sell on the black market to sustain the other families. There's the change where you can switch a business over from one type to another. It will produce twice as slow, but if you get it to 10 and you have the mayor in that city, it's going to produce every 8 hours, which was better than what most people were doing before at level 1 business, before all these changes. So you're still going to be producing a lot more than what you were before, but hopefully that's enough to make it where you can sustain. If not, again, I'll be monitoring it. I don't want it to crash, but the goal is to get the economy to flourish and to work. It's probably going to require more changes. It's going to require some other tweaks, maybe some new updates to make it work, but that's the goal. The goal is to have an economy that's in the game for all the different items. So there'll be more to come, and it's just going to be a growing process until, if the game finds the right flow, the right level of balance to get this to work. So just keep letting me know, what's working for you, and I can keep giving my advice and then look at things, make the changes as necessary. So what I'm working on now, so we'll switch over, go to the test site, and so we'll go to the black market. So we'll go to like ammo. So here, and this is almost done. This should be releasing in the next couple of days, if not today. You can now purchase for yourself, so this goes into your inventory, or you can purchase directly for your family. So if I click this, I would buy one Colt magazine and it would automatically go into the family warehouse. So if you're trying to accept a big job, no longer do you have to buy it, then go to your family warehouse and then deposit it. Now you can literally click this and go right to your mail and then accept the job. So that'll be a big help on navigation and just saving time and just annoying. This was an idea that actually came from my wife because she was sick of doing big jobs, and when the game first started, she didn't want to accept big jobs because it was too much of a pain in the butt. So this was her idea, so she'll be excited when this happens. So big jobs will be a little bit easier. I did tweak the family warehouse so when you are on a non-gun page, you can deposit more than one item. It doesn't bring you back to the gun page, so it saves you a bunch of clicks and just being annoying. So that's what is currently working on. That should be, pretty close to being done. Like I said, next day or two. And then what's coming after that is a mechanism to basically get rid of the power limit. The power limit was put in place to prevent stronger families from just always picking on the weaker family. So if we got 6 families in the game right now, they've all been established. One of them not so much, and we all know who that is. But if a new family came into play and there wasn't this power limit, a strong family to just get the easy win on a war, the rewards from a war, could then immediately go and attacking, get easy, guaranteed successful beats, robs, extorts, and on a family who's brand new. And if they don't understand the game, they're just getting attacked. They log in and they get 20, 30 attacks every single day because they're the easy family. Then it's hard for a player to want to play when they don't even understand the game and they just know that they're always getting used for attacks. So that's what the war system was or the power limit plate was put into place for, was to prevent that. I apologize, my voice and my nose. I have a cold, unfortunately. It's that time of year. So what I'm going to try and do is get rid of the power limit and put in a system like this. So only one of these is going to appear, and I don't know if this is going to be the final form of what it's going to look like, but just to get an idea of what I'm thinking is you'll click on someone to do a beat, extort, or rob, and it will then display one of these, and that'll have a representation, and that will be explained. Most likely, I might even do a video just solely on this when I do finalize it and release it. It'll definitely be in the player's guide. But if someone's too easy, you're not going to get as much of a bonus. Like if someone's too easy, you're going to get less than what you'd get from attacking a bot. So if you're attacking a bot and you're an established player, you're going to gain 0.5 bonus. Yeah, 0.5 bonus and whatever the power number is if you attack a bot. So if you attack someone that's too easy, you're going to get less than that, maybe 0.2 bonus or 0.1 bonus, and then even less power. So this system should encourage people to attack people who are a little bit harder. So that way they're not just focusing on the weakest. So this will hopefully incentivize people to go. This impossible literally means like it's not possible for you to even be successful. So if you see red, like don't attack. And then these limits, I haven't come to terms on those yet, but obviously, it would be something like this. Like easy will give you, I think easy is going to be around giving you like 0.5, just as if you're attacking a bot. So if you want more than what a bot has to offer, you're going to want to attack medium or hard. Now, I'm not sure exactly what those limits are going to be and what qualifies as medium or hard or easy or anything like that. But this is a rough idea of what it should look like. So you'll know before you even go and attack someone, is it worth your time? Are you going to get the bonus or power that you are looking for? Are you even going to be able to pass? Because you don't know quite what someone's stats are. So you could attack someone not knowing that, like, you don't even have a chance. So this is a system that's going to get put in. If you guys have any feedback, any thoughts, anything that you think would, any concerns that you might have with this, now's the time to let me know so that way I can address them before I implement this. This is something I will be working on the next week or two, however long it takes me to actually define it and then develop it and then put it into play. So this is what I'm currently working on. I hope you guys like it. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to protect the families that it needs to protect, because why would you go for too easy? You might as well just go for someone that's at least easy, so that way you at least get what you would have gotten if you attack a bot. But the main thing is like you should be really going for like a medium, so that way you get more than a bot and you're actually still attacking a player. So that's what I'm aiming for with that one. And then I did want to talk about wars. Now I thought there'd be more wars in the game, and so far, let's see. I think we've only had 2 wars. We're kind of close to going to war with Catone, but everyone else is pretty much a 0 for us, in Savello. Now the things with war, and the way I look at war is, one, it should be exciting, it should be fun. What's the point of building your stats if you don't attack? But the main thing, that the way I look at war, and I think I think to me it's a good way of looking at it, is the payouts, and that's the family points. The family points are probably the most valuable like currency in the game. They're the hardest to get, and they can have the most influence. Right now, there's only 2 items that you can possibly buy: more family warehouse limit or another district. So either one makes your lives easier. It gives you either more businesses to purchase and play around with, or it increases your limit, which makes it easier for you to stock your warehouse full of items for war, for even starting to stock for drugs and being able to attack. Now, stats, when you die, you do lose a small percentage of your stats when you do die. But especially at this point, if someone dies, when they come back to life, they're still going to basically pass everything still, because the DCs aren't any higher the longer you play. So your stats you can regain. Family points you can't ever lose, but you can't ever like regain them, and there's only a couple mechanisms to actually get family points. So going to war, win or lose, even if you lose people and you lose stats can be regained. But what can't be regained or gained in a faster way is family points. So even if you go to war, as soon as you get out of one war, you go into another war, you are going to be generating so many family points that's going to help your family in the long run. And eventually there's going to be more beneficial items, especially for war aspects, added in, like, say, almost like a body armor that you can buy with your Omerta points. There could be a perk in the family store of adding additional points, so it makes you guys that much stronger. You withstand that much more damage from your shots, or like upgrading your bullets, so that way when you shoot someone, you add however much damage. So eventually, like, the family perks are really going to be beneficial. So you're really going to want to drive and gain as much for family points as possible, because again, your stats, you can always regain your stats, and it doesn't take very long. For the most part, like, I started working clout in the beginning, and I've already got 50 accuracy, 14 strength, 15 intimidation, 29 intelligence. Now I've spent intelligence. I spent quite a few job points on to grow that. I've sprinkled a little bit here in strength and intimidation to pass my attacks, but a lot of this is just from successful attacks. Leadership, I haven't spent any on. This is strictly just from doing all the big jobs, so you don't even need to worry about that one. But like, if I died, like, I would only lose a couple points of leadership, so like, I'd still pass big jobs. I wouldn't lose too much in my capability. So going to war is you're to see your family truly grow and really pull ahead and get better and better perks. It's going to war, especially if you win 100 family points. That's huge. So I still, like, if people still have comments about, like, they're why they're concerned about going to war or anything like that, please let me know. Because I do want to make war like the sought after feature. I mean, it's the most exciting thing to do in the game. And if you're not warring and you're just getting your attacks in, like, the game can drag on and get a little dull. But if you're going to war, win or lose, like, it should be fun. Like, especially if you get a kill, or someone in your family, you help them get a kill, or you catch someone turf raiding, you protect and stop them from killing someone else. Like, those are just so much fun, and they create memorable moments. I mean, there's plenty of stories that I've shared with friends that have played the game, and I've shared some stories with like friends or for people that play the game, and we've talked about funny like the sandwich kill and stuff like that. Like war creates fun memories, long lasting memories. So yeah, it'll bring the excitement to the game. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on war and how everything is going, and what you think like the war system really could truly need to get more people interested in doing war, whether it be higher rewards, uh, less death penalty, something. But the death penalty is so small right now; it's negligible of what it really does. Um, like I said, like if I died, I would lose even on accuracy. I think you lose 10%. I don't know quite offhand, but I might lose. So 10% of accuracy, I'll lose 5 accuracy. I'll still have 45 accuracy. I'll still have good accuracy. I'll still be able to kill someone. Um, I might miss attack now because I did die compared to before, but um, it won't be by much. It doesn't cripple you. You don't start all over. You don't lose so much that like you have to regain a ton, especially as the game goes on. Is if people haven't died in 9 months or whatever, like you're literally going to die and you're going to have excess of stats. So I think hopefully once the game keeps growing and growing, people will be more enticed to war. The housing is drastically reduced. The cost of businesses have been reduced. So people don't like war because it costs a lot of money because of you got to replace the housing, you got to replace the businesses. That's all been changed and lowered. So that should make it where it is feasible to replenish and rebuild what is lost from war financially to then be able to sustain going to war. But again, at the end of the day, money, you can get more money easily. Family points, it's where it's at. That's where you're really going to strive and really grow your family and then grow your whole family's potential. And and the last thing I wanted to talk about was I just wanted to address the negativity that's in the game. I think this is a big problem, and it might not be the reason for players not wanting to play or deciding that this isn't a game for them. But I know it's not a positive thing. I know if I was joining a game and I read the message board and saw some of the things of how you guys talk and voice your opinions and stuff, like why play a game that has that toxic atmosphere? And I can feel it. I can just sense like the game is not in a good like atmosphere. Like it's definitely off. When I talk to anyone has any ideas, any complaints, any issues, anything that they're not happy with, it doesn't matter what it is. And even it doesn't matter how you guys even talk to me. I still treat you and talk to you with respect. And I expect the same. And lately it's been pretty bad. And I'm getting to the point where if you contact me or you post on the message board and it's just straight negativity, and I'm not just saying like, oh, you don't like this. I'm saying people are being nasty to me. I'm going to delete the mail. I'm not even going to tolerate listening to it, reading it, or hearing your concerns. I don't deserve that. No one does. I don't treat you guys like that. I don't expect to be treated that way. So this is something that needs to stop. If you I've seen on a message board, oh, you're so passionate because you care so much. Well, you should be looking at how your actions might impact the game and impact me and impact anyone that's subject to it, because clearly you don't care. You care about yourself, and we need to stop that. We need to be positive. I'm not saying you need to like everything. There's things that I put in that I don't like. There's things that obviously you guys don't like, but be constructive about it. Tell me about it. Like, for an example, there was a post on the message board and it was, just basically just someone bitching, and they weren't really providing critical thought of like, this is why it's impacting me. This is, what I think is wrong with this. This is what I think could be better. It was just straight bitching. And then the same subject matter was mailed to me, I don't know, maybe a week ago, by someone in the same family. And they laid it out. They were like, this is what is going wrong. This is how it impacts us. This is why we feel this way. And they articulated exactly what the problem was. And they even gave suggestions on what they think could make it better. Now that's constructive criticism. That's what, makes the game better. If you just bitch, like, you're just white noise in the background. But if you articulate why you're unhappy about something, what is wrong with it, what does it cause you, negative impact on you, and maybe even suggest things that make it better, then the game can grow and the game can get better. This person had some good ideas, and like I explained, all right, these are the things that I'm actually working on to address those issues. I get where you're coming from. Like it had to do with attacking players and the power cap, and and so then I explained to that person, like, this is why I was put in. I wasn't put in to do how they felt they were being, like, kind of treated or held back. So that was a good conversation that we had, and a good solution is coming out of it. And it moved something that was already on my list to being next. That's why, I showed you what I was thinking about for the attacks to try and help with that. So that wasn't going to happen. I had something else slated to be next, but because they articulated what their problem was and how it was affecting them and their gameplay, then it ended up moving up my list because I felt it was more important, because I understood where they were coming from and I understood what they were going through from a struggle with playing the game. So again, please be kind. I treat me with the same respect I treat you guys. There's no need to get nasty. There's no need to send me, complaining mails that you hate this or hate that. Like, let's be positive. Right? A positive atmosphere will make the game more exciting. But with this toxic atmosphere that we have right now, it's hard to log in, and it affects me personally. Like, I get discouraged when I log in and I plan on working on something, and I get this nasty mail about how someone doesn't like something, but that's it. No explanation, just yelling at me, literally yelling at me with exclamation points and all this other nonsense. Like, I'm discouraged. Like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I don't want to deal with negativity. Like, this should be fun. It should be fun for all of us. It should be fun for you guys. It should be fun for me. And it should be a good partnership between all of us to make the game better. So please be positive. Provide constructive criticism with points and reasons and all that to help the game and help yourself. The game's better, then you have more fun, and hopefully the game will start growing. I don't foresee the game growing in the near future, unfortunately. It just keeps shrinking. But I'm hoping once I get some of these issues resolved and fixed and new features put in, that will come around, and hopefully we can change this toxic atmosphere that we have right now to a positive one. So let's be positive. Plain and simple. Let's be nice. It's the holidays. There's no reason that we should be like this to anyone. If you don't like someone, there's also been a lot of negativity fighting on the message board. Just keep it to yourself. What are you accomplishing by attacking them? Nothing but creating negativity on the boards and just more drama. Just don't talk to them. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Mother's golden rule. Simple. Let's have fun. No point in getting negative at all. So let's have fun. Let's be kind. So this would be, I might make one more video before the holidays, but this might be it before Christmas. So I wish you all happy and Merry Christmas and happy holidays to anyone else out there. Thanks for playing Mafia Omerta and sticking with it. And hopefully, 2021 is a big year for the game. I have big hopes. I have big dreams, big plans. So let's make it happen. Let's do this together. All right, today's video code, I'm sorry for all the rambling. This was a lot longer than I was anticipating, but thank you for watching the whole video, and thanks for supporting the game. Video code for today will be kind. One word, BEKIND. Be kind. All right, thanks everyone. I will talk to you later. Bye.